Hello, Haygood friends. This is Will Zant, minister at Haygood United Methodist Church. We're here for our weekly Hang On, Hang In, Haygood. I have the Bagleys with us. This is the baby edition too, because we have Rachel and her husband's Andrew.
Yes.
And then we have Fern, and we have our newest member here, Clementine. So welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, so we're going to depart a little bit from our normal, like, how are you hanging on? You have somebody new in your arms there. I want to get to her real quickly. So introduce us to the newest member of Haygood here.
Okay, so this is Clementine Evelyn Bagley. She was born on July 13th. Yeah. So she's about 5 weeks at the time of filming this. And yeah, I was just saying outside, she's our little pandemic baby. It's been an interesting experience to have her. But so far, so good. Fern's enjoying her big sister duties. She takes them very seriously. And yeah, we're just learning, adjusting to life as a family of 4 now.
Oh my goodness. I could not imagine that in the midst of this, but y'all seem to be doing well.
Yeah.
Saw you guys maybe a couple weeks ago, and you seem to be just killing it. You know?
Well, that's nice. Looks can be deceiving. I will say we're very lucky because my husband Andrew, who's in the middle of a very busy work week, so that's why he can't be here today. But his family is local, and my family is not too far. So we have, I think the term is the quarantine. Our quarantine has been extended to my parents and his parents, and we've had a lot of help, which has been very nice. And Fern attends the preschool daycare here, so she's actually going back to school on Monday. We were told to kind of take a 6-week break for when Clementine was born, and then so she's so excited to get back to school. She's been out since March. And
Fern,
I'm talking about it.
I'm glad to see you, Fern. Are you excited about your new sister?
Yeah, you are.
I know you're a great big sister too. Yeah. Do you enjoy your role?
Tell Pastor Will and everybody else, what do you like to do to help with Mommy with Clementine when her diaper's getting changed? What do you do?
I get the wipes.
Get the wipes.
You get the wipes. Somebody's got to do that.
Yeah.
Good. You're a good big sister. I can't believe it.
Among many other things, she's very helpful. So.
Yeah. Well. So you and Andrew, how's Andrew doing in the midst of this?
He is doing great. He has really long hair now.
I saw that. Yeah, that's really cool.
He had to go to his office actually yesterday. They've hired a new associate, so they had like a little socially distant welcome to the firm, and everybody was commenting on his whole appearance.
What kind of comments did he get?
They just said, "Oh, your hair is very long," and his response was, "When else am I going to have time to grow it out?"
That's right.
Anyway, again, that would have been fun for everyone to see. Maybe we'll send in a picture.
I don't know how I feel about those comments. Right? That's like
they're not Christian. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very judgy.
It's like when someone says, your mom must be so proud. It's like, what does that mean?
Not sure how to take it.
Right.
But what's funny too is I think as his wife, people are like, well, what do you think about it?
Yeah.
I love it. I'm saying that now in front of you in church. That's the truth.
Yeah, we're in church.
I'm not
She's got to be truthful here.
You have to be truthful. He's doing a nice stash.
Yeah. I loved it. I did love it when I saw it.
Yeah.
Andrew, I love it.
Yeah,
keep it up.
See? You guys definitely keep that part in. But he's been very busy. It's incredible. I think we said this the other day. Technology has allowed us to continue to work. And until I had the baby, I was working from home 100% of the time and not really losing any steps, sometimes Andrew has to go to the office and, he'll do that, but it's been pretty great. He's just, kind of as we were moving our bedroom to make way for the baby, his office has migrated to different rooms of the house. And so now it's sort of...
He's being displaced.
He's being displaced, yeah. We kind of now are like, maybe we should redo the basement so you can have an off, kind of brought some other things up. But we're doing good, honestly.
So you do improv sometimes. Before all this, you have an improv group.
And sketch comedy too.
Yes, and. You're supposed to say yes, and, right?
Right, yes, and, yeah.
So has improv prepared you for COVID?
That's a very good question. Yeah, I think that's right. You just kind of have to go with it.
Yeah.
Can't think too much.
Yeah.
Just sort of be in the moment.
Yeah.
On a serious note, I think when it's all said and done, I think I'm going to miss all the togetherness a little bit of the family and sort of, your very few people that you're seeing, because it's this very intense togetherness that we didn't have it in our family. Everybody's running around, just so busy. It's like kind of nice that you can't really do much beyond just be together and be creative with how are we going to not go crazy. I mean, we've actually felt really good the whole time. We've been very lucky, I think.
Yeah. One of the things I've personally noticed is was changed for me. Typically on Saturdays for a minister is kind of you're off, but your brain is thinking about the next day. So the fact that I feel like Saturday is actually an off day with my family is new. Yeah. It's something that I want to really change. I like that.
Yeah, Saturday is a great day to have off because everyone else has it off too. Yeah. So like as a minister, finally you can kind of be off together.
So I do enjoy that. Well, how would you encourage people right now to hang in the season?
That's tough. I think like anything else, not just with COVID, what I try and do is try and focus on the present and not think about what you can't do, but think about what you can do, what you're being forced to do, being at home, and knowing that, it is a limited time. We're not going to be living like this forever. It might be longer than we're comfortable with, but knowing that the things that we can do now are actually very special, and finding that silver lining. I mean, just an example, another thing Andrew's been busy with, aside from growing his facial hair, is we did this whole garden on the side of our house, and he's gotten so into it. He has all these books, and it's this really cool creative side of him that he's discovered, and that's kind of a neat, new habit that he's started that he hopes to continue. And so I think it's an opportunity, right, for that, like to dig deep and find some things that you really wouldn't have time to do or thought you didn't have time to do before.
What a great idea. I bet there's things we've all wished we could do or wish we would have tried. You have a little time to do it at this point. Right. What is he growing? Is it a flower garden, a vegetable garden?
Well, it's been kind of a little bit of everything, but mainly tomatoes. The tomatoes and mint kind of took over, and then he had to, it sort of changed because he started back in March, which is crazy to say. Like the first warm weekend we had, he was like, I'm going to build a garden, and he did it. And it's sort of the talk of the neighborhood because it's kind of like you can see it.
Is it out in front?
Well, it's not in the front. We have the best sun in sort of a side, it's like a front side yard. So it's not quite like front and center, but everyone's out walking in our neighborhood all the time, so everybody sees it.
Are they asking him for tips and stuff now?
Well, in tomatoes, they're sort of like a community garden. But he's grown tomatoes and some peppers, spaghetti squash, a lot of stuff actually.
Right. Well, one more question just for you personally. I mean, so you also do a lot of filming yourself. I have a new respect for y'all's profession. This is a lot of work. So how are you able to manage doing a studio in your house? That's kind of daunting.
Yes. Well, I had to film an audition for something last week. And I think it was 10:30 at night finally. Yeah. I mean, it's always a lot of work to do all of this. When you have two children, it's crazy. When you have one who's a newborn, whose schedule is kind of all over the place, I was like, oh, I'm not going to actually be able to do this until after hours. Yeah. But if the passion's there and you want to do it, you gotta. Yeah. That's the time to do it.
Is it hard to get the sound right because someone interrupts or someone coughs or someone cries? Is that one of the?
Well, my studio's in the basement, so for the most part, we don't hear anything. But we do have a very excitable black lab dog named Peach who loves to come down and jump and say what's going on here. So she's the one. We've had her for 5 years. She's the one who ends up messing up more auditions or other things. But it's all in love. So.
I joked around one sermon I preached, the dog barked and the girls ran behind the screen. I left it in there and everybody said, that was your best sermon yet. I'm like, for what? He goes, we got to hear the dog. I'm like, she's coming back every week.
It's sort of that dose of authenticity, I think, that people like. It's like, oh,
I call it a dose of humility, but agreed. Well, what do you miss about Haygood? What do you miss about the church?
I told Wally when I was walking in here, I don't think I have attachment to buildings, but I guess I do because I miss the building. Yeah. It was nice to walk in. I mean, and just to sort of, I think, your mindset changes a little bit when you're in the space. Yeah. But I think everybody's probably said this. I miss the people. I miss the sense of community when you get to see people. Yeah. We were not regulars at Wednesday night supper. I hope to do that in the future, but see, that's one. And the Haygood mom group, that still gets together, but I haven't been able to do it because I've been busy with the baby. But just, seeing everybody week to week.
Yeah, I think there is a theology of buildings, because I do think it's ultimately the church is about the people. But when you're in a space like this that's dedicated to God, you remember so many significant times with God and with people that's connected to the place. And I think that's really insightful that you missed the actual place.
Well, it's because it's that, and I think just like the sense of the smell, and just there's certain things about it, that are just tactile, that we haven't been in a very tactile world the last 7 months, and sometimes that's nice.
Yeah, to build a smell, taste, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly right. Well, I'm so glad to see you guys. Thank y'all for dropping by. Fern, I know you're the best big sister. Clementine, it's nice to meet you.
Well, I'm so glad that we could do this, and she's excited. She will also be joining the weekday children's ministry in October when I go back to work. So we'll be, still a Haygood family in those respects, at least.
Great. Well, any final words?
No, I guess just everybody, hang in, and we'll all get through it together, one way or another. We're all sort of in the same boat, and there's a comfort in that, I think.
Yep, exactly. All right, blessings on your family. We appreciate you coming back.
Thank you, Will.
Thanks.